Nolan, open-ended question. What is this defense like being on it when you got guys like yourself who came in, were very highly recruited? Then you've got some other guys who waited their turn, and fifth-year seniors. You've got Dan Jackson, who's a walk-on. It's an interesting mix of guys on this defense.
You say that, but I say, I guess all we have is connection. That's what we focus on during the off season. Connecting. I always say everyone put their pants on one leg at a time. No matter if you're a 5-star walk-on, if you love the game and willing to put in the work at Georgia, you'll find yourself on the field.
Yeah, Nolan, we just talked to Channing Tindall, and I don't know if he's that upbeat and gregarious all the time in the locker room, just cutting up and laughing. He said that you were vocal and talking and yelling all the time, which I actually never really knew about you. But can you talk a little bit about his personality and tell me whether he's telling the truth about yours, that you're kind of a vocal leader and kind of yelling at everybody all the time?
No, I wouldn't say myself as a vocal leader, but I just to say myself as I have a lot of energy. So I want people to match me. God didn't have to wake you up every morning to do whatever you have to do. So I take it as an opportunity. I just get to wake up and play football and go to class. Some people don't get to wake up at all. So I just feel like I try to transfer that energy over to people. We always say match me. So if I'm with my partner having a bad day, I always look at him and tell him, hey, man, come on, we good. We keep going. We keep pushing, match me. We're going to be fine. The worst is yet to come.
And what about Channing? Do you see that in him? Is he that? How's he in the locker room?
Yeah, I 100% say our whole defense has gotten like that through the connection piece. We did those school sessions, and I think 100% the biggest thing was connecting. Once you get connection and understand someone else's why, you can push them a little bit more to go a little bit further, to do an extra rep, to keep going, to keep pushing.
Go to Anthony Dasher and then Mark Weiser.
Hey, Nolan, good to see you, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Look, I know it was obviously it was a team effort as far as the defense, was concerned the other night. But for you personally, why was it important for you to kind of chip in and get that first sack of the year right away, right out the gate like that?
I wouldn't say it was personal whatsoever. I just wanted to do it for my brothers, and then we got the rest of them came. I was just as happy as for mine as the first one. I was more happy for N'Kobe's, because, we put a lot of stuff to do those pressures right. And when they hit, it's just real exciting, that everyone did their job for the pressure to hit. So, not just for myself, not the one sack, but for all 6 of them, you get real excited because they're not easy to come by and they're not easy to get.
Thanks, man.
Nolan, do you think, given the talent level that is on this defense and the amount of pass rushers that kind of showed off the other day what you could do, that this could be kind of an almost every game type deal in terms of, getting after the quarterback like y'all did?
And we take it one week at a time, and we worry about the team that's in front of us. We don't worry about anything in ahead of us. So we usually try to take and see what tendencies that each team does, because everyone does different things on third down. Every week you can't just go out there and pin your ears back, rush the pass. Some weeks you get in the third and short situations, you got to play the run, especially in the SEC. So we're not thinking of just pass rush, because third and short, third and 2, third and 3, even third and 5, most SEC teams, they're not going to try to pass the ball. They're going to try to run and get that 5 because they believe in their own line.
Let's go to Catherine and then Jake.
Hey, I wanted to ask you how you feel about some of Georgia's newer receivers. How are they meshing, being in a new place and working with a new team so far?
Yeah, as far as the offensive side of the ball, I trust Coach Monken and the coaches that, I just see them every day at practice and they look really good. They're flying down the field. They're doing everything they're supposed to do. And I just don't think our freshmen, they're not freshman wide receivers. I think they had enough for them during camp. Coach Smart put them in that environment and stuff like that. And I trust our coaches in their preparation that they're ready.
Nolan, this might be a tough question to ask, but how do you balance looking at the results enough that you gain confidence from them, but also looking at the standard enough that you've got to get better? Is there a balance there? How do you guys handle that?
As we say every day, we set the standard. We are the standard, and It's not getting too high, letting your highs get too high, letting your lows get too low. It's about being even kill. And, just being able to, at Monday we come in, we call it looking at the doctor. Every time you go to the doctor, you do have things wrong and you do good things, but you usually focus on the things wrong that you can do better at. And, so other teams don't take those problems that you had and then, copycat or do more things with them.
Let's go to Palmer and then Jed.
Yeah, Nolan, in a game like this, how important is it for some of those young guys to get an opportunity? And based on, what you've seen from the scout team offense, the guys that you're going up against, who's really stood out to you as young guys that have impressed?
I mean, a lot of the young guys, all of them are working hard. Even the ones on scout team. I mean, it's just the whole 11. I mean, they put in their work every day, just like we put in our work. And I just say a lot of the guys on the scout team, I say the whole scout team has gotten better and given a good look. And even Brock Bowers is giving us a look every day that almost replicates the JT look that we got just a few minutes ago when JT was on scout team. And, we getting a really good look, and that's something that makes the defense really better.
And then how important is it for guys to get into a game like this?
What did you say?
Just how important is it for those young guys to gain experience in a game like this?
I mean, it's really important, for everyone, get their feet wet or, get those first jitters out in the game. And it's really good that hopefully they have opportunity.
Hey, Nolan, with Keely Ringo, just one, what did you think of how he played the other night? His first, big taste of game action. And two, at this point for him, is the main thing that he needs to do to get better is just finally get out there and get those game reps against, top competition?
I 100% say no. That's not one thing that Keely Ringo needs to do, because it's not like we don't have, George Pickens or guys at Georgia every day that's working him. So I just feel like, I think he's doing an amazing job personally. And I just think, we keep him composed and we keep him feeling good and, just making him believe like you're not the only one out there. You don't have to make every play yourself. There's 10 guys that's playing around you. And no matter what, we fly to the ball and we all play together. That's the other connection part that comes into it.
And as a quick follow-up to that, Channing said that sometimes during his injury rehab process, he would get down sometimes and he was kind of up and down. What did y'all say to him during those times to let him know that, to just get him through that adversity?
Yeah, just like I said earlier, I tell everyone straight up, God didn't have to wake you up today. So if you're feeling down, you need to figure out a way to get yourself up or lean on somebody. Because I always tell them, lean on me. I say lean on folk. So because I'm always trying to pick you up.
Let's go to Connor and then Davis.
Hey, Nolan, I'm sure you've matched up against Broderick Jones a number of times in practice. How has he developed this offseason? Where is he sort of heading into week 2 now?
I mean, Broderick is since Broderick first came here, he was really good to me. I'm just being honest. And it's just hitting extra levels now. I mean, he's going against, me and Adam every day, Chaz, Chambliss, MJ Sherman. So he's going against good pass rushers. And he's only getting better and better. Even at the run block, he's getting better and better.
Nolan, in your mind, what makes Dan Lanning so successful as both a coach and a play caller?
Proofs is in the pudding. I don't know how to say that. I mean, he's a great coach, great play caller. It's some of those things that you just can't talk about.
All right, we've got time for a couple of follow-up questions. If anybody has one, just jump right in.
Nolan, you mentioned it there when you were talking about Chaz and some of the guys in your own group. Who's really stood out to you among those young guys? And I guess like what makes them special in Chaz and Xavier and Sori?
Chaz, MJ, and Xavier, the thing that makes them special is they embrace, we call ourselves the pack, the wolf pack. And once you embrace the pack, it's a lot of work that comes with it. We play 4 down, 3 down. We carry the back, carry James Cook, carry Zamir White. You got to match up and run with those guys, but you also got to strike big guys like Broderick. It's just a lot of things that, you take on and being an outside linebacker at the University of Georgia. And I feel like that they stepped up to the challenge 100%. And they're not afraid to answer questions in meetings, and just knowing the scheme and just being more comfortable, is a big thing. And I think all 3 of them have accomplished that.